Fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, FASD, is a brain and body disorder which occurs when the developing fetus is exposed to alcohol when the mother is pregnant with them.
It's a little bit like a faulty electric light bulb. Being a connectivity disorder, sometimes those connections are made, sometimes they're not. So minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day, you can see very different child.
Life with a child with FASD can be so difficult. It can be fantastic. It's a true roller coaster, but there are days where it's like, I don't know what to do next.
There's a lot of sensory issues and a lot of issues with emotion regulation, which means essentially that children can have a lot of meltdowns, get very frustrated very easily. Change and uncertainty is hugely threatening, which means that children behave in really challenging ways.
It's a common condition, but it's not commonly diagnosed. Research that we conducted here in Greater Manchester shows that up to about 4% of children in mainstream primary schools might have undiagnosed FASD, at least the majority of them will be undiagnosed. Families told us that they wanted something to help them to learn about FASD. Most of the families we talked to have adopted a child with FASD, and when you adopt a child or you foster a child, often you'll be sent on training courses to help you learn about these conditions.
I was going to conferences and I'm seeing patients and they're telling us we get sent on these parenting programs that don't work. We started to think about, well, actually, how do we find something that does work?
We noticed that there was no parent training program out there for FASD.
And so we kind of concluded together that we really need to create one.
So we started off by getting some funding from the Medical Research Council to develop the programme in collaboration with experts, both academic and clinical experts, and crucially with families affected by FASD. And together we put together a training package for parents with children with FASD to support longer term better outcomes for them and their children.
We called it the Salford Parents and Carers Education Course for Improvements in FASD Outcomes in Children, which is a big name, but for short we call it Specific.
I saw the Specific programme advertised. I was drawn to it because we've had such a battle to find any information, any support. I jumped at the chance. The opportunity to sit with professionals and hear from them, I just felt it was going to be invaluable to me, and it was. It absolutely was.
We wanted to make sure from the very get-go that this was rooted in real lived experience. So we worked alongside experts in the clinical sector and families affected by FASD, and we all worked together to produce this parent training program that we call Specific. It's also delivered by a combination of people with the lived experience, delivering these sessions alongside someone with professional experience of delivering training.
So I've seen firsthand from being a facilitator of the programme what a huge difference this programme makes. I have a 12-year-old boy with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, diagnosed when he was 3, and that gives me a huge passion for this area of research.
There is nothing like somebody who has known what it's like to have a child with FASD giving you advice and saying, well, I tried this and I do this with my child. It covered everything from how the brain works to the sensory issues that the children have to the strategies that you can use to education, and speaking to both professionals and other parents who are going through exactly the same thing and them sharing their experience. It was fantastic, it truly was. It was easy to access because it was all online, so we didn't have to travel anywhere, you're in your own home. But at the same time, we still felt engaged in the process.
We've had participants from Scotland and Wales and the north of England and the southeast and the southwest. So the beauty of doing it online is that we were able to have people from all across the UK take part in Specific.
For anybody receiving that diagnosis initially, it's utterly overwhelming. And this course, I couldn't recommend it highly enough because it tells you where to look, where to begin, how to support your child.
We want parents to be able to say to themselves, I can do this. And the data that we have so far strongly suggests that that is what Specific can do.
My hopes for the future of this programme are a successful completion of a randomised controlled trial that then provides evidence for this programme to hopefully be taken up by services such as the NHS and rolled out to the families that need it.
If we can prevent poor outcomes for the children and for the parents, will that eventually save money for society? And that's really important if the NHS and social care are going to adopt this programme routinely for every family who's received a diagnosis.
FASD is a constant learning curve. The more you can learn, the better life will be.
If you'd like to know more about our research on FASD here at the University of Salford, if you type Salford FASD into your favourite search engine, you will find us.